In a world where men often walk alone, who do they turn to for answers? Being male is a matter of birth, but being a man is a matter of choice. This is the dawn of something phenomenal. Fathers, sons, brothers, from the daily grind to the battles within, this is where real stories are told. A place where the silent struggles are given a voice, where the unspoken truths are laid bare. No holds barred. Brace yourself. This is Men on Record. It's more than just talk. It's a man thing.
Good evening and welcome to today's edition of Men on Record. It is Friday, the last Friday actually of this month of September. Entire month are about to call it the end of this month, only counting some few hours to the end of September. Thank you so very much for tuning in, and we are glad that you could find time to come and just congregate together as men as we try to address real issues, touching on real men, and also trying to find real solutions as well. It doesn't matter your background, it doesn't matter where you're coming from, or in all, so long as you're a man, you are welcomed and you have a seat right here at Men on Record. As always, we are looking forward to an amazing time as we get to be inspired, to be motivated, to be challenged, even as we rebuke each other in love as well as men. And so you need to tell a man, to tell another man, to tell yet another man that it is time for Men on Record. And we are live on Hope Media. And when I say Hope Media, that means we are trying to reach that man wherever he is. And so you can get us on our FM platform, that is Hope FM. This is the station where you listen and you live. We are across the nation, and so you can get us on Hope FM. Also, you can watch us, and that is on Hope TV Kenya, and that is where also you can get us on our television, on your television set. You can watch us, and thank you for those who are watching us. Maybe you are heading back home, or you are headed somewhere, and so you are trying to see how you can be able to reach us. Not to worry, we got you covered, because you also can get us across all our social media platforms. You can get us on Hope FM Live, that is on our Facebook page on the FM side. You can also get us on Hope TV Kenya, that's on the Hope TV Kenya platform as well. We also are live on our YouTube platforms, and so you can get us as well, Hope TV Kenya. So we got you covered as well. My name is Gichuru. I will be your host. Has been an honor and a pleasure to be part of this amazing show that is tackling matters touching on men. Now, last week we were at Sitam Karen. That was our outside broadcasting as far as Men on Record is concerned, and it was the men's altar, and what a fantastic conversation that was happening there as our facilitator Rev Jesse Mwai was talking about the boy king. The boy king was the conversation that we are having, and he was basing it on the story of Josiah, King Josiah, when he assumed the role of a king at the age of 8, and he ruled for 31 years. And yes, the impact that he had over the land. And so you can go back and watch the same on our Hope TV Kenya YouTube channel, and of course amazing lessons that we were able to learn as well. So we have a brand new conversation that we are having today, but before I introduce the day's conversation, allow me to welcome our guest this evening. Our facilitator Rev Jesse is not with us. He's of course handling other very important ministry needs, but not to worry, we have our guest. He's already in studio, ready to share with us his wisdom, knowledge as well, and even his own experiences in as far as matters debt is concerned. So right about now, allow me to welcome our guest, and I don't know what's happening because he is another namesake of mine, so I don't know,
Today it's G squared.
Yeah, G squared. So allow me to welcome my namesake to the show. Good evening, sir.
Thank you very much, George, for having me.
And it's a pleasure to have you on our set this morning.
Mine too.
Yeah. You know, I'm used to having you in the morning, so I need to be very
Today it's
careful.
in the evening.
So it's an evening, and so karibu sana too. We call it Men on Record,
Great,
you can see even the setting is
Yeah,
different.
exactly.
You know, it's an easy one.
It reminds me of the things that keep us busy as men.
You know, as men, and you can see written all over the walls.
Exactly.
And so, thank you so very much, even
Thank
for
you.
finding time
Yes.
from your very busy schedule to come and share your wisdom and also knowledge and your experience when it comes to this particular topic that we are about to unpack. But
Yes.
maybe for purposes of someone who is joining us for the very first time, interacting with you for the very first time, a brief introduction of yourself.
Okay, thank you. I know it's normally not very easy to introduce yourself.
Yes.
Yeah, but in a humble way, George Oyuga is my name. I am a consultant on the retirement side and also financial advisor with Kuza Asset Management, where I also serve as a director of retirement solutions in that's a marketplace in the vineyard.
Yes.
I'm also in the church,
Awesome.
serving in the advisory.
All right.
As an elder at Sitam Thika Road. Yeah, but I also double up also as a director at the Center for Corporate Governance.
Right.
Alumni Network. Yes.
Awesome. Those
Yeah.
are just but a few.
Just but a few.
But a few.
Yeah. I'm married.
Yes.
Yeah, to one wife, a woman, born a woman.
The times you're living in.
The times you're living in, you have to be very, very specific.
Yes.
Yeah, and a father of a daughter who is a teenager and a son who is also entering teenagehood.
All right.
Yeah.
Awesome. And it's a pleasure, George. Karibu sana to Men on Record.
Yeah.
And so to today's conversation, what we are addressing today, the weight of debt has crushed many dreams and silenced countless ambitions. But how do men find themselves caught in this trap? That is what we are asking ourselves today. And more importantly, how can they rise above it? And so you can join us, be part of this conversation. Hope TV Kenya across our social media platforms, and also Hope FM Live across our social media platforms on the FM side. If you want to drop us a comment on our WhatsApp platform, please do so, and just tell us where you are tuned in from, where you are listening to us from, where you are watching us from, and we will appreciate. The FM WhatsApp platform is 0717 400 555. For the TV side, 0708 222 323. Let us know where you are tuned in from, where you are watching us from, where you are listening to us from, and maybe also if you can be vulnerable with us this evening in as far as your journey when it comes to the debt trap and how you are able to get out of it, or how you are navigating that journey as well. And George, as we pick up our conversation, and I know even yourself, if we start off with our own experiences, because even us, at least speaking for myself, I'm not immune, when it comes to the trap. This trap that we're talking about, the trap of debt. And for me, first of all, let me be honest. Growing up, I feared, I feared loans.
Okay.
Whatever form of loan it was, I feared. You mentioned loan, I would flee like Joseph, So for me, every time I would hear loans, I just feared being in debt.
Okay.
And so with that, even when now I got, I was employed, or even before I got employed, I tried as much as I can not to owe anyone anything.
Wow.
And that was because growing up, seeing some men who were close to me and what they were going through as a result of debt.
Yes.
And so they were not able to, should I say, enjoy life. They were not able to do much.
Yes.
And they were at all times, desolate, in a desolate state, because they were either being demanded on this end, then on this other end, akichomoka hivi, then another one else.
Meeting them.
So growing up, and now even after I got into employment and all, I knew, or rather, growing up also, I had this notion that once you get to your first pay slip, rush to the bank, rush to the circle,
get something.
you know, get something because now you have something. And so for me, that wasn't me until now after I got married.
Yes.
And I explained my fears to my wife. And I was like, for me,
she said,
"Na
do not
loans?
fear.
I cannot." But then again, later, I started now. This now is that I started taking loans. However, there were loans that I can say that I was able to manage.
Okay.
I don't know, or you will tell us whether that is the right term to use, manage.
Yes.
But then again, I was able and giving myself timelines that this is what I want to do.
Yes.
First of all, and this is the exact amount. You know, when the Bible says count the cost. So I would count the cost. And I did not want, you know what they say, you know, plus or minus.
Yes.
So for me, it was either minus. There's nothing like plus. And work with that. Because of that fear, you know, fear of being what we are discussing, trapped into this. Another one, before you come in, is the issue of mortgage. And this one, of course, again, being employed, newly employed, and you are told, now you have a pay slip, you know, you need as early as now. Go in and get this mortgage. Then I looked back and I was like, okay, mortgage. They are giving me 20 years. So I was like, so for 20 years, I will be paying every month, not even annually. It's every month. So I was like, for this one, please allow me to think and think again. And I can tell you, George, as you're speaking, we're still thinking about it. But anyway, karibu sana. And if you could give us maybe your own experience when it comes to debt. And for you, I actually want to put you on the spot because I want you to give us on two fronts. On the one before you became, should I say who you are now? I don't know when it began. But when you began, before you had this knowledge and wisdom and exposure that you now enjoy, that some of us don't. And then now, after now you got into this platform and now the exposure and the experience that you now have, how things changed.
Very good.
Welcome.
And thank you for having me here.
It's a pleasure to have you.
Well, George, let me say that finance is taught in school. But money is not. Yeah, so we go to school, we learn finance, you know, principles, all those things.
Yes.
But when it comes to money, money is a totally different field. It's a field that has made some people, but also broken many others because they dealt with money. But when it comes to finance, of course, the principles are straightforward, do A, B, C, D, and everybody does. So that we also don't paint this conversation so much on the negative, allow me to say that there is good debt and there is bad debt. So if we start with good debt, it is debt that you take towards something that would make your circumstances better. So you borrow to invest. Borrow maybe at 3-4%. Maybe it's an employer giving you a loan, 6% and the like. And then you invest in a space that gives you something different, maybe higher than that. And you know, in all these conversations around borrowing and the like, which I like saying a lot, that when you are the one borrowing, please don't engage in any conversation around interest. Because that thing is not in your interest.
But they're telling us it is in our interest.
Don't even engage in interest conversations because it is not in your interest. Always look at it using the lens of cost of borrowing so that it makes sense. Because if you're then borrowing and you're very, very clear about what the cost is, then you also know that where I'm taking this thing, I also don't just want to work for the lender. Because as the Bible says, the borrower is at the mercy of the lender. So I don't just want to work for the lender, where I take money from this side that's, let's say, 12%, and I go to this other side and I'm putting it in a space that is either 12% if I'm very bright, or less than that, or even zero. Because a lot of people are in trouble because they borrow for consumption. Yeah, so that at least draws the line between what is good debt
Yes.
and what is bad debt.
Yeah.
Good debt, at times, we don't even call it debt. We call it leverage. So that we give it a
Leverage.
terminology that is befitting
Yes.
its purpose. But when we take bad debt, we borrow for consumption.
Yeah.
We end up borrowing into and put the money into spaces where the money is not helping us or growing us or building us. Yeah, so there are many things that we do. At times we feel like, okay, what I'm acquiring looks like an asset, but you know me.
Yeah.
Normally call them flossets.
Yeah, flossets.
Because it is something that
Yeah.
looks like an asset, but does not have the features of an asset. So it ends up being a flosset.
Maybe you can mention, George, for purposes of this man who is listening to us, difference.
Yes.
So that when I'm taking a loan,
Yeah.
I be able to now differentiate between a flosset
Yes.
and an
An
asset.
asset.
Yes.
Very good. So if you are out there and you've borrowed or are borrowing or are intending to borrow, and the place where you're taking this money is not a place that will be earning you anything, then just note that, first of all, you will be working for the lender, working for the bank.
Yeah, yeah.
So, you know, many people hold many jobs nowadays, but they don't know.
Yeah.
Because it depends with who are you working for.
Or who you are working
Who
for.
are you working for?
Yeah.
Yeah, because some of us, we work for the lender. You also want to work for the needs you have.
Yeah.
You want to work for other engagements and the like that you have in life. But the worst is when you're working for your lender.
Yeah.
When you're working for your lender, it means that you borrowed money. This money is not in a space that is earning you anything.
Yeah.
So what we say is that try as much as possible so that in these two things that happen when a borrowing has occurred, you are not the one involved in both spaces.
All right.
Where I am the one who borrowed, I should not be the one paying back.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying you are run away from your debts.
Yes,
I'm just saying that let it be that when it comes, it goes into a space, and this space is the one that will pay back this loan.
Oh, yeah.
So that way, then I'm not both the borrower and the repair, or if there's a word like that.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So in that context, then, when you borrow and you put your money into consumption, then it simply means that what you have bought, if it's not an asset, it's not earning you anything, no income being generated from it, then it is a flosset.
Yeah.
And that is the difference between assets and flossets. So what I tell people is that, okay, fine, I'm here. Maybe I'm offering to do what? To give you free insurance for all the assets you have.
Yeah.
Then I tell you, list them down. You list all of them. Then I post and I ask you, hey, now do this. Anything that is in that list that is not earning you anything, get it out. Then you get it out. I did the same test yesterday. I was with some HR gentlemen in Mombasa in a convention, and I was telling them, let's draw that line between the two. And everybody was like, wow, when you do that, the list of the things that don't earn me anything is longer than the list of the things that earn me something. So that shorter list of those things that earn you something are therefore your assets. These other things are your flossets.
Yeah, yeah.
They help you floss around. Nothing more.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that is now where people find themselves in traps because here you are, you borrowed, put the money in something that is not earning you anything, so it will not help you with the repayment.
Yeah.
So it means that your expenses are now constrained and your earning or revenue source is simply where it was before.
Yeah.
So we have a ratio that we say, don't borrow beyond this. And that comes with the budgeting matrix that we use, where we advise people, try as much as possible, anything you earn, you have 50% of that amount going into your recurrent expenditures and everything for the whole season.
Yeah.
So for some people, the season is a month, others the season is a week, others the season is a fortnight, depending on how frequently you get paid.
Yeah.
Though I know many people are in the monthly thing. Monthly has now become the song.
Yeah.
Everything you conditioned there. We want to pay rent per month. We want everything per month, is it? Yeah. So 50% goes into recurrent expenditure. 30% should go into your savings. And then the 20 now is what now should be used to either pay a loan, and when you do not have a loan, then use that portion to invest.
All right.
Yeah, so there's a difference between savings and investments.
Yeah.
So this 30%, as you grow it, let it get you to a point whereby it is the accumulated sum is up to 6 times your monthly income. So that if anything was to happen, you can continue with your life normally. Your children will go to school the same place.
Yeah.
You will eat the same meals. You will have your transport. You will be able to buy everything. I understand for the young people nowadays, basic needs for us used to be food, shelter, and clothing. For them, they've added data. So data is part of the basic needs today. And we appreciate it. We're in different times.
The different times we're living in. Yes.
So plus your data, everything will go on as planned for 6 months. Within those 6 months, I believe, with prayers,
you can be
associations, networking, see, there's some door that will open somewhere, which may get you either where you are or closer to where you are, or help you manage the needs. Because even the Bible says, I will supply all your needs according to your riches. The Lord will supply all our needs according to his riches in glory by Christ Jesus. So needs will be taken care of. What we lack most of the time are wants. And it is these wants that get us into trouble, because we borrow to finance them.
And we will be touching on that, because that then becomes sort of societal expectations. And sadly, some of us, because of association, we want to fit into a particular lifestyle. You have mentioned the 50-30-20, and that one is, we have said it's about this employed person and all. There's someone who is watching us, listening to us this evening, and for them, they don't fit into that. And because we want them, because it's not actually the show and the conversation is not targeting only the employed.
Very true.
Because there is someone who is also drawing an income, but not from employment. How then also do they ensure that they put and they employ the 50-30-20? Is it just for this man, but for those in the business, for those quote unquote hustling, they don't employ the same? And also as we look at that, because I'm looking at it in terms of the pressure for this man to provide. So as you said, the basic needs. Chances are this man is the sole breadwinner, and as such, this child, they need to go to school.
Very true.
This child, they need clothing, and they need other needs. But this man is not able. Either they are not employed, their hustle is not giving as much as they would have expected, and so for this man, the only way out, to still be a father, be a husband, is to get into debt. How do they still manage to live their lives and not be entrapped into debt?
I don't know where you got the fear you said you had. If you have a way of sambazaing it to other people, please do.
Yes.
If you have a way of sambazaing it to other people, people need that. So that
fear.
You can actually come in. If fear is a motivator, then let it be used in this particular space. Though I normally say the best motivation you have is affiliation motivation, which you desire to be like the thing you admire. You want to live and behave your next level, which is always what everybody should be, you know. Because if you really feel like, I want to be a media person like George here, even the way I talk to people, I'll be mentioning words so that they come out one by one, not in a chain.
So
like the way some of us, you start changing. So that fear is what many people need. Because anytime you borrow to finance a current need today, it simply means you are spending money that you've not yet earned. And so even the day you will earn it, it will not give you the satisfaction that you needed, because you know very well that a good portion of it has already been taken or was taken away from you when the time came. You mentioned something there about sole breadwinner. This is a men's forum. And it is one of the areas that I think we need to help men with. That gone are the days when titles like breadwinner was a title anybody would want to boast about. No. Today, if you are in a single income household, get worried. Because that means that if anything happens, the way we say that if the shepherd is smitten, the flock will scatter. That will be your reality financially. So the best thing here is to say, and ladies who are maybe also listening in,
They do.
They do, is it? Yeah, I know men don't meet alone and discuss, and ladies, even when you are there and you're in a men-only meeting, you'll find your wife passing around.
They still want to listen.
Trying to listen to what are they saying.
We welcome you, by the way.
We welcome you. Yeah, keep listening because this will make sense.
Yeah, definitely.
Suggest for your man, if he's the kind that would always feel like his ego is being challenged in one way or another. If you're in a single income household, then the title of breadwinner becomes a risk that you're sitting with because you are in a space we call the key man risk. That key man risk means that if anything was to happen to you, you will throw the entire dream and direction for your household into disarray. And that is not what we want to recommend.
No.
So you're either increasing your income sources or channels so that you have different revenue lines. And in as much as people talk about hustling and the like and depicting it from the negative point, I want to throw in something different and say that when you talk about hustling, we want to talk about the different lines of income, different income channels. So you're not one person who simply just looks at one source only. There is so much you can do. At some point, you can tap into your talent. At some point, you can tap into your gifting here and there. At some point, you can tap into an opportunity, pull a gig here and come so that your income channels are varied and they are many. And that then becomes one of the areas that will help relieve this pressure that men are having and men are experiencing. So the best is to say that you need a household where there is money coming in from the man's side, and with men we are encouraging you, let it not be one source. Then we have another channel where it's coming in from the lady's side as well. He has his spouse, and then now jointly also maybe something like a family business. So you see that household will have close to 5 different channels. So if that happens, then if one is not working, the other one will come into the rescue of the other one. Even vehicles out here drive with spare wheels.
Wow,
True.
Yes.
They do. And it is a wheel, it has pressure in it, such that
just
if anything happens,
for a bad day.
Exactly. If anything happens, you simply do what? Remove the other one and put the spare wheel and continue with your journey. So that is what we need. And one of the best spare wheels that people then need to look at, financially speaking, is actually your assets. Because when you get to a point whereby your asset is working for you, and it doesn't have to be a tangible thing that the money has bought. Financial assets include the money itself, kept in a space where it is able to grow. And if it is able to grow and generate something, then already it has converted itself into an asset. The same money you had. So that it doesn't have to buy something for that thing to do whatever wants to be done. Today with the money market fund, for example, like where I work with Goose Asset Management, it's a case of put your money in a money market fund, put your money in a fixed income fund, and there you are. You have converted your money now to an asset. And that is one source that many people normally ignore.
And you see, George, now that you mentioned that, the aspect of asset ownership, it's what you said at the beginning, the financial literacy, finance was taught in school. Money was
not
taught in school. And that's why you now see that people have different misconceptions and only a fixated mindset that for me, the only asset that I know is
if I buy this.
If I buy Broti Maguta Maguta, the famous thing.
People have taken trips from Kencom.
Buses,
to go places along Mombasa Road. Beacons. People want to go and see beacons, but at the end of the day,
in terms of what it is bringing back,
nothing.
It's nothing. So you would talk to a man today and tell them to think about, when you talk about asset, it can be that small amount of money that you earn. It can actually generate something.
Because we have this satisfaction we get when we have our names in other papers other than our birth certificates, in title deeds here and there and the like.
Books.
And you told me to be vulnerable.
I told you.
I was, and I'm on national TV.
So you are also part of...
I am part of this because I have changed employer several times. And I had this crazy thing about me that every time I change an employer, that employer, I would be holding a title deed saying that this one, I know it was from here. This one, I know it was from here. Until my eyes opened.
Yeah.
Yeah, my eyes opened. There's one that I bought in 2014. 2014, that time we bought it at, hey, family, please. I beg to be vulnerable. Yeah.
Please allow him.
I can sign the indemnity.
Yes.
Yeah, there's one that I bought for 4.5 million. Oh. That time.
Yes.
2014, yes. So, guess what happens? By now 2024, last year, in doing this value, 10 years, the value of that parcel is around 7 million. It looks like good thing, good progress.
Yeah.
But going back to now, there's a calculator we have in our Kuza asset management platform. And I punch in the 4.5 and I say I'm not adding anything to it monthly and view what would it have been 10 years down the line at a conservative interest rate of around 12%. Guess what, George?
Yeah.
12 million.
No.
12 million.
12 million.
Yes.
Without adding anything monthly.
Exactly. So, those things we say at times, they bring us sorrow.
Yeah.
Those things. So, you get to a point where you are like, wait a minute. You guys are clapping for me that 4.5 has grown to 7.
Yeah.
Me, I'm seeing the 5M that I've lost.
Yeah.
Because that is the right interpretation. Because in life, we have cost and then we have opportunity cost.
Yeah.
When we make certain decisions around option A or B, what exactly are we saying? There's something we are forfeiting. And that thing we forfeit is actually what we have lost.
Yeah.
So looking at that, by the way, me, I was like, no. I'm on a selling spree. Those titles, anyone who wants, get in touch.
Yeah.
I am getting rid of all of them so that they can be converted now to real assets. Assets that are earning me something. Because you see, even for men who are out here, look at it this way. All you need is a space where you can host your family.
Yeah.
That is number one, is it? The next thing is if you really want to do agriculture, you don't need to own the land that you produce. Yeah, because that means capital locked in.
Yes.
Is it?
Yes.
So if you're practicing some agriculture, farming here, but the lot size you are doing it on can be described using a mathematical formula like 50 by 100 and all those, George. The truth is, the yield from that space is not sufficient. Yeah, if you want to go big and go large on some of these things, and you don't need to own what you enjoy. Gigi, I know you like flying.
I do.
I have not had you saving for a plane.
For a jet.
You know, a jet, man. No, I've not had you.
No.
Otherwise, we would be worried about where would we be landing if those are our dreams. But guys, take flights, is it?
Yeah.
So you don't need to own whatever you enjoy. Yeah. So most of the time, even tell people that even the car you're driving today, and you have a company.
Yeah.
What do? You should actually have the company lease the vehicle for you.
Yeah.
And that way, it means even the costs, things like repairs, garage, I don't know, all those things, you'll be passing them to the company there, and they also save you on tax. That is tax avoidance. So, tax avoidance is not wrong. So I can say it boldly, even on TV now. I'm on air. Tax avoidance is not legal.
No.
It is tax evasion that is wrong. But avoidance is okay. Use those spaces. If you hear that, if I save 30,000 shillings in a pension fund, that 30K will be taken out first before my pay as you earn is calculated. I am saving, Then you hear again that you can actually do another 15,000 towards a post-retirement medical fund, and then it will also be allowable. I am saving. So in total, everyone today is sitting with a potential of save 45,000 shillings in a pension arrangement and post-retirement, respectively, to be able to avoid taxation at pay level up to that amount. Those are wise conversations we should be having.
Those are the conversations we also ought to be having.
Exactly.
Right here on Men on Record. And you can only hear such conversations and such insights right here on Men on Record with facilitators like George Oyuga, who is coming to us from the Kuza Asset Management Limited. And we are glad that he is able to share with us all these nuggets of wisdom that he is having, knowledge as well, years even of experience of the people that he's interacted with, his own decisions as well. And so be part of this conversation. Hope FM Live across our social media platforms, Hope TV Kenya as well. We are live on YouTube. Utilize the comment section as well. And also you can drop us WhatsApp comment 0717 400 555, or you can use 0708 222 323. Once we come back, we will also be talking about effects of debt to a man, the impact even on relationships, and also we'll be looking at habits, and addictions that have also affected men and led men into debt trap as well. This is Men on Record. We take a short break and then we come back and pick up that conversation from then.
Rafiki soul is the promise of a hand that reaches and goes beyond what angaza tumaini kote. I'm forever grateful. Ninashukuru ukarimu, ukarimu. I'm forever grateful. Ninashukuru ukarimu, ukarimu. Rafiki soul is a promise of a hand that reaches and goes beyond watangaza tumaini kote. I'm forever grateful. Ninashukuru ukarimu, ukarimu. I'm forever grateful. Ninashukuru ukarimu, ukarimu. Rafiki msoul.
Friends of Hope, keeping hope alive.
Back, and this is Men on Record right here at Hope Media, Hope FM, Hope TV, and across all our social media platforms. Indeed, appreciating you so very much for your company this evening. What a topic and what some insights we are receiving this evening from George Oyuga. And thank you so very much, Joshua Enoch Mwambura. We are here locked and indeed enjoying as we wait patiently, indeed as we learn. Sir David, Wi-Fi data indeed is a basic need for the young generation. Thank you for that. David Zatundo, how can we learn the principle of money, he asks. And also he goes ahead to concur with you that anytime you borrow to finance a current need today, it means you are spending money you haven't earned, indeed. And so keep those comments coming, keep those messages coming, appreciating you so very much for the same. And George, welcome back. And we were to look also at some of the habits that we have as men, addictions as well, and they indeed batter our finances and our money, and as a result, we find ourselves trapped. We are talking about, alcohol, so maybe consumption. There are also those who are addicted. Betting, is a huge menace, especially in Kenya. Then there are others. Their habit, they are into toys. The latest toy. When they hear these toys in the market, they must be the first to own it.
Yes.
And so those are some of the few, things that are habits, addictions that are affecting also our finances as men and finding ourselves in debt. Having interacted with such people, how can you help them to get out of such? Yeah.
George, I think the engagements I've had out here, some of them really leave you also in one way or another impacted by the conversations you have with somebody. Because you listen to where they are and some of the things that are on their shoulders, and you wonder that they're still breathing. Because I'm a financial therapist. Because what I do is I combine financial literacy with counseling psychology. So I actually went to school back to do counseling psychology so that I can blend the two. So as I do that, I take in clients as well. And some of these people, the explanations they give you and the conversations you have and where they are, things are tough. Things are tough. You said when you're starting this show that we are namesake.
Yes.
I don't know whether there's a WhatsApp group for people called George who want to believe that G-Wagon has been made for them.
Way! We agree. Can you imagine?
G-Wagon was built for us.
For us.
And guys are going into debts, my friend, to finance some of these luxuries. And that's on the other side. Because that one, in a way, polishes their ego and makes them feel like they are somewhere. But you are not yet there if whatever you have done or imagined you've ticked the box on is from borrowed money. So I was busting bubbles even yesterday with those HR guys in Mombasa.
And yet they were thinking
I was telling them, by the way, if people ask you to raise your hand, if you're staying in your own house, if you're paying a mortgage, please don't put up your hand.
But because they're homeowners.
No, they are not homeowners.
But they told, George,
they only change the landlord. Your landlord is a bank. Until the day you finish paying that mortgage.
Is when you own.
Because even one installment unpaid is enough for those guys to come and say, we are reclaiming. So it's not yours until the day you finish paying.
So and the only thing you've done is just changing
your landlord. You've changed your landlord.
So from
the one who used to knock your door,
knock on your door
to this other one who sends you emails.
And they are very
text messages.
And threatening and all.
Definitely. At that time,
at least the other one, you would talk to them. But on this one, they are serious and they are, you must.
There's a WhatsApp
that
clip that was circulating. That the ones who sent us, who sold us the loans were very beautiful, nice talking, pretty looking. But the guys who come for the repossession are bouncers
with very rough faces.
But it's sad. The resonating message you want to give to everybody out here is that men, do not polish your ego by embodying a pain. And that means whatever you need, please save towards it. Save towards it. The other day we were with you on the morning show.
Yes.
What you were discussing there was that if, for example, today someone is looking at a loan of, to buy a mortgage, 20 million. On average, this person will be paying 266,000 per month. Is it?
Yes.
And yet, if you were to rent that house you want to buy, and rent it from anyone, maybe one other person who has bought, who does not know what you know now, you will pay that person a rent of around 120, for example.
Yes.
If you decided that the bank has assessed me and seen that I am able to pay 266,000 per month, do not push that money into mortgage.
No.
Learn that there is a difference between a house and housing.
Are you telling us the truth?
Yeah, there's a difference between a house and housing. So housing for you will be a docket. And you will still use the same 266 to finance it, but you'll do it this way. You will pay rent at 120 and you will take the other 140 and save. If you save this 140 in a space that gives you around 12% per annum, by the same period of the loan repayment, which may have been 15 years, for example, this 140 will have actually grown to something close to 51 or 52 million. And yet you are paying rent, but you are saving. But this other guy who was buying will now buy a house paying a total of close to around 43 million by the time they finish the mortgage. That is the sum total of what they will have given the landlord. That landlord is the bank, is it?
Yes.
The asset you are buying at 43 million, its value that time will not be 43
million.
If we give it, maybe it would have appreciated to 30, 35. So you still have paid more than the value of the house you have. So anything you purchase or you acquire through a mortgage or through a loan or through borrowing, you just know that you who thinks you don't have money, that's why you're borrowing, the lender sees you in a totally different perspective. The lender sees you as this person is able to give me 43 million in 15 years. I can invest in them. And their loan, by the way, is an investment on you. That's why some years back, banks had this habit of penalizing you if you pay your loan early.
So they want you to take as much time and longer.
That's where they earn. You know, so if you come and you want to clear your loan earlier,
there's
an early repayment fee. Then you're wondering, hey, I'm giving you money.
I thought I was doing the right thing. You're supposed to be even throwing a bash.
Exactly. Because
and celebrating
there's money that has come that now you can lend someone else.
Exactly.
You know, I brought it early. Why are you penalizing me? You know, so save for what you want. And don't give yourself pressure to tick some of these boxes. If you developed, let's say, a docket, and I use the docket principle in that book of mine called Dance with My Money.
With My Money,
So use a docket principle so that this docket is what finances your needs. If you know very well, you will always need a holiday that will cost you 500,000. Is it?
Yes.
What do? Save to a point whereby you have 5 million somewhere, which in a space that will give you 10%. Draw it out once per annum during that holiday month. You have your clean 500. Is it? So build those dockets. If you just blocked that 5 million for life there, or for as many years as you can, you are guaranteed that you'll always go on holiday every year. Is it? The same with housing. You don't have to necessarily own the things you enjoy. That is what I keep telling people. If I had 25 million today, and I'm thinking, do I go and build a house? Buying a plot and building the house, it will still push me outside the, closer to Nairobi. I'll start going to those other places in the outskirts that do not have an English name. You know. Here we are in Upper Hill. There is Parklands, Westlands. But the moment you start getting out, then the name also changes. We stop having English names. That will be sufficient to only help me get a place out there and build. But did you know that if I don't really choose that and I want something portable, I'll simply lift my 25 million into a housing docket, which can give me 250k per month, and I can wake up in Runda.
Wow. Without owning
I don't have to own it. Exactly.
But there is a docket.
Is a docket that finances my housing.
Your
exactly,
housing.
Yes.
As opposed now to having this like it's a mortgage.
Yes. But exactly. Mortgage is a very painful, rough journey. That at times you're not sure of. Because this money you're spending before you've earned it, maybe this job you have, something may happen and you don't have the job.
Yes.
You will lose the house, you know.
Yeah.
If you don't have the job, you will lose the car.
Yeah.
We have so many things being listed today on the newspapers.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they actually
Full
getting
pages.
Yeah, exactly.
Auction.
Because I told you I am disposing most of the assets that I had.
Yeah.
Because I realized that may have looked like a good thing,
but
it wasn't. I've struggled to date almost 6 months trying to dispose a house.
Wow.
You know,
Yeah.
there's no buyout there.
No.
Guys have, you come, they see, others just want to put you off by giving you a quote that you don't look at them twice. You just go like, I know what you're saying in English. It's okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
At least you saw, that is happening. Go to these yards, vehicles parked, all those things.
Yeah.
Things that people acquired with loans or with financing, they are really stressing them. And at times, jobs are not secure.
No. And especially the times we are living
jobs
in.
are not secure.
They are not.
They're impacted even by things that are happening outside our jurisdiction.
Yeah.
The other day, some powerful president, I don't want to name, woke up and said there's no more aid coming to Africa.
Yes.
What happened? Definitely, those were jobs lost.
Yeah.
And you look at people, by the way, now the family does not have a car, the family does not have a house. The man, you can imagine
the
what they're
lifestyle
going
changes,
through.
George, which is a big thing.
Yes. You can imagine what goes through the man's mind now.
Yeah.
They are so disturbed, I'm sure. Others are sinking into depression. Others, maybe they're even deciding that the only best way now is to take away my life. And it's sad.
It's sad.
Yeah,
it's
so
sad.
men need to open up, share some of these conversations, so that at the end of the day, we say a problem shared is a problem half solved.
But also, George, make those tough, difficult decisions so that, again, yes, because as you said, at times, because we live in different seasons.
Exactly.
So there is a season that I will find myself, should I say, wallowing in abundance.
Yes.
So there is a lot. So it's not at that point that now I change my lifestyle. That I now, move, from the estate that I'm living in. I upgrade my car. I upgrade everything, But instead, it is during those seasons that I should now try to plant a seed that I will reap from
later on. Exactly.
So that now, even when, of course, when things that you have no control over, when they happen, you are indeed you can be able to say that, now I can be able to go and draw from this and this. Talk to this person. Now that I was looking at it also now from the end of this person who is, forget the mortgage. And so for them, they are maybe renting and all.
Yeah.
But again, it's difficult. It's hard. Is it Warren Buffett who was talking about living under your means?
Yes.
How important is that?
The tool we need there is a tool called a budgeting tool. If you limited right from as early as possible, and it's never too late to even start today, to say that I'll try as much as possible and fit all my needs within the 50% of what I take home. So that 30 can afford to be saved. And the target for that saving of 30 is that it can get to the threshold of being 6 times my monthly earnings. Meaning, even if things don't work here, I can continue with the same motion, moving on for at least another 6 months as I wait for the next blessing to come my way. The other 20 there is what should be used for leverage or for investment. A review of loans, that is what should be used to pay your loan. So whenever you go take your pay slip to somebody and tell them, assess how much loan I can qualify for, you need to be specific that whatever assessment you make should not be more than 20% of what I am earning, because that is the only window I have to do what? To borrow. But remember also, you are borrowing to invest. If you're trying to borrow to consume, please try save that 20% towards the thing you want. You will get it happier. You will get it with more satisfaction because now it will be the sweat of your labor. But this other one where you consume fast and pay later. It comes with stress. You imagine saying that, hey, at least now I've finished paying my car loan. but you finished it when the car itself sleeps more in the garage than in your garage at home. And you know what I mean.
Yes.
The mechanic's garage than in your garage at home. Because now is when you finished paying for it.
Yeah.
So let them try as much as possible to assess and see if this is my income, what is 50%?
Yeah.
Plug your rent in that particular space.
Yeah.
Plug your transport in there, your food in there, so that at the end of the day, the pleasures of today will not sacrifice the comfort of tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, George, because time, I'm being told we need to wind up. It's never enough, right?
It's never enough. Yeah.
Never
You
enough.
should have a whole morning for this thing.
Yeah, I
or a
know.
whole evening.
Or a whole evening.
Started at 2.
Yeah, started at 2. Because it's a vast topic that is very even emotive at some point.
Yeah.
I want you to talk to this man who this morning is trapped. He's trapped in debt.
Yeah.
Where should they begin? And worse still, it's even multiple debts.
Multiple debts.
Yeah.
Okay.
Where should they start?
Where should they start?
Yeah.
Debt has 2 cures.
Right.
One of them is normally to try and consolidate so that all your debt now sits in a cheaper platform. If I borrowed from the bank at 16%, maybe, is it? And I have a SACCO that charges the cost of borrowing, I'm not calling it interest, cost of borrowing
Cost
at
of borrowing.
12%, then I'm better off having my monies seated in the 12% space than in the 14.
Yeah.
So I can go talk to my SACCO here to purchase that other loan so that now I have a cheaper debt. That is number one. When that is not happening, then the other one would be to say, focus on the easiest ones to pay off first.
Yeah.
Then pay them off because they now give you relief to push the other monies to the other ones.
Yeah.
Otherwise, if you try focusing on the bigger ones, which may not go even for the next 3-4 years, that, the satisfaction you get because you're progressing does not come. But when you're able to clear these ones first, then you do so.
Yeah.
But the biggest solution to debt is normally don't borrow in the first place.
Don't borrow.
Yes.
Yeah.
If you find yourself in a pit, stop digging.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the only way out of that pit is through the top, meaning you get out of that debt.
Yes. Lynette Wanjiro, good evening, Gigi and George, listening in from Triath, ready to learn and saying very educative. Thank you. Bikundo Elijah, following live this evening from Karen. Kibwezi is following. This is John Mwanza. Thank you. Where Gilbert tuned in from Githurai. And I see Mr. Odhiambo on our YouTube page saying the anecdotes from this discussion should be a core component in the basic school curriculum.
He has spoken like a committee.
Thank you so very much. I agree, by the way. That's a whole committee. So thank you so very much as well. Hi, Gigi. Wow, the docket principle is an amazing approach. We of land that can be defined with a mathematical formula have learned a lot today. It's been an insightful engagement. Peter from Kilele, thank you so very much. Always tuning in to the show. What would be your parting shot, George, as we bring it home?
My parting shot is that, one, there is good debt and there is bad debt.
Yeah.
When you assess a space and see that it is viable and it is already giving you something, even banks don't lend on a startup. No. Most of them don't.
Yeah.
They actually want to assess something that has been viable for at least 3 years or so, and that way then they can finance it. So if you have assessed a space that you can do that, then borrow to leverage and push your productivity up. That will be working to your advantage. Make sure the space is giving you a return that is higher than the cost of borrowing that you went through the other time. If you are in debt already and wondering what to do, there's always help. You can always reach out and you can talk to a financial therapist like myself or talk to a consultant or a financial advisor and they can help you on how to manage these things. Because it will be a journey, not an event.
Yes.
An event would be a grant that someone gives you. Those things are scarce.
Yes.
We don't get them, is it?
No, you
But
don't.
it will be a journey that says, can we work on your expenditure? Can we work on how your spending patterns are? Can we work on your money behaviors? And that is what financial therapy does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe we can get in touch with you.
Yeah,
Is
they
it possible?
can. Yeah.
How?
jojoyuga@gmail.com.
All right.
That is one. goyuga@kuza.africa. It's another address.
All right.
Yes.
George, thank you.
Thank you
We
very
can
much.
never we'll have you to come and regards to your family.
Yes.
Yeah, you signed the indemnity.
Yeah, I signed the indemnity
form. So thank you so much.
Thank you very
Regards
much
to them as well.
Okay.
And thank you so very much for tuning in to today's show. Indeed, an eye-opener for us. And for the record, anytime you borrow to finance a current need means you are spending money that you have not earned. And then the other one is don't polish your ego to incur a pain. That was also very important. Also, for the record, consolidate your debts. Check where the cost of borrowing is low and go there as well. And finally, if possible, don't be in debt. And if you are in debt, stop digging and find your way out. And of course, this is a journey, and so you can try and talk to someone. Don't die alone. Share your problem. As they have said, a problem shared is a problem half solved. So thank you so very much. Make sure you share this link with someone who was not able to tune in to today's episode as well. We will appreciate you as you continue sharing with us. And thank you, Kikanet Kwadio Kayole, Men and the Debt Trap. What a great topic. A lot of lies around. Thanks for the expert brothers. Thank you so very much as well. And so for us here, we need to call it a day. For everyone that has made today's production a success, we wish you a blessed and a fruitful weekend ahead. God willing, we will meet again, same time, same place next week, being a Friday, the first actually of the new month of October. So go out there and thrive as a man. And also, as we were reminded, it's not just a sole breadwinner. No. Make sure you have multiple streams and also empowering your wife as well. So thank you so very much. I've been your host. My name is Gichuru, and that has been Men on Record, because it is a man's thing.